everyone, I'm back. So if you happen to see tutorials with this shirt on 2 times in a row or whatever, know that it's the same day. So I am back because I have something very, very cool and special to show you. So my husband works at a company, and there's a woman that he works with who in her spare time takes the raw gemstones, cuts them down and makes them into cabochons, or she can drill holes and make a pendant. So she had made some pendants. She sent them home for me to look at, and she made a bunch of them, and I picked 5 and Venmo'd her some money, gave the rest back to my husband, and and now I have 5 pendants here that I really want to show you. I picked my 5 favorite out of everything that she sent me. So I'm helping her get herself started on her own little small business. So you know, our small businesses, like most of us, I don't know if a lot of us can quit our day jobs, but it sure does help make ends meet when you have a little side hustle. So I want to show you what she has made for me, and I love them, and I will be buying pendants from her probably from this point on. So she doesn't have like a special website or anything like that set up. She has a Facebook page, and it's her personal Facebook page, and she told me that if anybody wanted to reach out to her, that I could go ahead and leave that information in the description notes for you, that you could message her. So you probably have to friend request her and message her, and then she could get back with you. But she doesn't have anything that you can look at right now. But she said that if you message her, that she would be able to show you some things and talk to you about what she has. Now, the ones that she had at first did not have holes drilled in them. But because I don't have glue on bales, or I'm not a great wire wrapper like a lot of you guys are, I asked her if she could please drill holes in them. So I'm sure, for a little bit more, it'll probably be, you can get them drilled or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to show you what I got. And then I want to make a short necklace on coreana chain with one of them. So I will show you what we're going to be doing. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I am back. And so what we have here, and I had to make sure I had the names. I got the names from her so I wouldn't mess these up. So this first one here, this beauty, as you can see, he's a big guy. I like him. He is green Larsonite Caldera Jasper. So that's really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. It's got that dark green and some olive green tones in it. The back is nice and flat, and it's just shiny, beautiful, gorgeous pendant. Next we have Ocean Jasper. So this one is very, very different. It has some reds and some greens and some yellows and some grays. And then here's the back. The back is really pretty too, nice and smooth, but just gorgeous teardrop pendant. This next one is Peruvian Turquoise. So if you notice, like the designs, or like the natural sediments, I guess, that are in the turquoise, it's a little bit different than a lot of your other turquoise. So there's a lot of brown in it. There is a lot of this beautiful like aqua blue, just a gorgeous, overall gorgeous piece. And it's a nice chunky oval shaped, well, kind of rounded oval shape pendant, but just absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to do something with that one too. Then the next one is a point Plum agate, and I have never seen these, and I thought this was just so pretty. It almost looks like someone took glass and put flowers inside of it and then pressed it all. It's beautiful. There's little pieces of orange in there that you could play off of, some lovely grays and some taupes. Just really, really pretty piece. As you can see, like the design kind of comes down around here. I love this pendant. Absolutely beautiful. And it's like an elongated oval. And then the last one is Blue Lace Agate, which I'm sure everyone is familiar with. Has those lovely light blue and white swirls in it. Just beautiful. And here's the back. just as gorgeous as the front. And it's like the puffy little square or rectangle pendant. Absolutely gorgeous. Lori does an amazing job on this stuff, and these are just beautiful. And like I said, she doesn't have like a storefront or anything like that right now at the moment. But if you Facebook message her, she will definitely get back with you, and she can probably show you photos of everything that she has and what's available. And it's all like undrilled. So if you want it drilled, you'd have to request it to be drilled. And she does take like Venmo and stuff like that. So, but yeah, definitely, you know, check it out. She was, I don't know if this was just a price for me or not, so I don't want to say it. Like she was doing me a favor, or, you know, and I was doing her a favor or not. But ask her about pricing, because she was super reasonable with her prices too. So anyway, these are the pendants, and I want to be able to show her some love. So Lori, I'm sending you some love right now, and I absolutely love these pendants. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to do something with this. So that's what we're going to do next. We are going to make a beautiful little short chain. I'm going to hand make my bail out of some wire, and we are going to bead on some coreana chain. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. Let me adjust just so I think you can see a little bit better. There we go. I have some 20 gauge wire here. I have that beautiful Blue Lace Agate pendant. I have some silver coreana chain. The coreana chain you can get from Beadbox Bargains. Yeah, Beadbox Bargains, their website. You can get it there. They have it in stock currently. I have gotten mine from Etsy in the past when I couldn't get it anywhere else. So you can definitely shop there. If you are a subscriber to Bargain Beadbox, then you can use your 30% off coupon on that as well and really save yourself some extra cash. I have some bead caps from my own stash, and these came from my friend Karen, who has that Facebook page. I can also put that in here, the Beads and Jewelry Supply Facebook page. I'll make sure I link that. These came from Beadbox Bargains. They are little hexagon spacers in like a beautiful blue-gray, little check glass. These are some 6mm shell beads that I got from Michael's. And my findings are my findings. So we'll go through the whole findings thing in a minute. Sorry, airplane going overhead. All right, I will open the door for Cheeto because he now wants in, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, time to roll up the sleeves and let's get this party started. All right, so I'm gonna put my coreana chain off to the side. I cut 21 inches of coreana chain. I do want this to be a little bit shorter of a necklace, so I may have to trim off some at the ends as well. But we have all of our other findings here. And I'm going to make my bail out of this, and I'm sure you guys have seen me do this before, but we're gonna go ahead and do it on camera again. I usually cut off probably about 11, 12 inches because I'm always afraid I'm gonna run out of wire. And don't worry, I will save whatever I don't use, and we can use it on another project. I'm just gonna give it a good straighten with my nylon jaw pliers. If you do not have a pair of nylon jaw pliers, these, you know, they're really great. These are Beadalon ones, and I think I honestly spent like $12 on them, you know, when I first got them, and I've had them forever. I probably could use a new pair because they're getting kind of chewed up. But anyway, so how we're going to do this is we are going to go ahead and put our wire through the hole on the pendant, and we bring both sides up. We want to leave one side long and one side short. Okay, so we're going to bring both up, and then we're just going to make like a little triangle above the pendant. So like that, you just want a little tiny triangle. Then just make sure your wire is straight across, and then we're going to bend this one with our thumb straight up like this. So now you have this one that's going straight up, your long one, and your short one coming straight at you, okay? And then just take your short one and just gently go around your long one just a couple times. just whatever, you know, just to hold it in place. That's all you really need. You can straighten up your little bent wires in a second here. And then just trim off whatever you didn't need. And don't forget to squish down your little end, okay? And now I'm just gonna take a second and I'm just gonna kind of fix my little wrap there just so it's nice and neat. And there, so that's how we start it, okay? That's the start of it. Now we still have to make the loop for the bail. Now this is totally up to you how you wanna do your loop for the bail, okay? So what I usually do, and I really like to do, is I do like to put a bead up here and just kind of like have it spaced out. But I think today, I don't know if I want this bead there or not. Let me just see. Because I really don't want to take away from that pendant. That pendant is like amazing. Actually, it would look good with the bead up there. Yeah, I think I like that. What do you guys think? I wish you could tell me. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I got my little shell bead right there. It just kind of elongates that a little bit. And now we're going to just treat this like kind of like a wrapped loop in a way. I want to use it, I want to have it bigger, so I'm going to put it down here. And you're going to do it like you're going to start a wrap loop. Bring it around, but you're going to bring it like all the way up and around. So it's like that, okay? Then we gotta, I always do this to myself. Then we gotta put it on the other one. You can use a pair of bail making pliers too. Mine are just across the room. I don't feel like getting them, if I want to be completely honest. And just continue to wrap, okay? And then because I like to, I wanted to go around the side. I like mine to be like 3. I want to bring that around the back and bring it up and over and around again, okay? So I'll show you what it looks like. So if you can see, I crisscrossed in the back so that I could have the loop in the middle that we started with, the loop on the left, and then the loop on the right, okay? So I'm gonna stick my pliers back in there, and now we're just going to take this wire and bring it around and just make our little wrap on top of that pearl. And how far you want to go down is up to you, that little shell pearl. All right, and then you can just straighten out your bail, get it all lined up to where you want it. Let's trim off what we don't need. And see, I told you I always end up taking way too much wire for what I'm doing, but I will use this again. And then we can straighten everything out. Make sure it's nice and straight and there's no little sharp bits poking out anywhere. Squish in your little sharp bits. And there we go. All right, and now I have my bail. Now, there are things that you can do to make this bail a little bit different. If you want to fan it out, you can. Just stick your fingernail in there and just between the two, between your little wraps, you can just fan it out with your fingernail until you get it to where you want it. So that's what it looks like fanned out. And then if you don't want it fanned out, you can just squish them back together and that'll be it. So I gotta fix my little wrap here. Something happened along the way. All right, so there is our pendant with our bail. Right, I don't want mine spread apart that far. There we go. Okay, so there's our beautiful pendant. And now let's go ahead and string that on here on our coreana chain. I haven't used coreana chain in a while. I always forget I have it. Don't know why. And then let's dump some of these beads out. So I wanted to team up this beautiful white pearl shell bead, and I thought these bluish gray check glass hexagons would look really cool with it, and these little tiny spacers would look cool too. So, or not spacers, bead caps. So I thought, let's do this. Let's do it this way. So I'm going to string on one of these shell pearl beads first. And I just kind of want it to be next to this, okay? I kind of don't like that right there. Let me think for a second. let's do this. Let's put on our bead cap first. Let's kind of break that apart a little bit. And then our shell bead, let's see. Oh yeah, that's much better because then there's like that little metal break there. All right, so let's do the same thing on this side. And I picked the hexagon spacers because I thought like that grayish blue would look really pretty with this. It's not the same color blue, but it's like a good match. You know what I mean? Like it's not an exact, but it will look good with it, like an accent color. So that's why I picked that. And we're gonna just kind of sprinkle those in, like, you know, here and there. So let's just go ahead and put on. Let's do our bead cap. There, and let's do one of these without a bead cap, and then let's do a bead cap on the next one. I'm just going to try to do one side at a time, part way up, and then we'll do the other side. See where we're at. Okay, so just in case, let me go ahead and there we go, because I have issues with spilling beads off of one side. All right, so then let's go ahead and take some of these. I want to do like a little chunk of them. So like maybe like 3 of these. I like 3s. There, that'll look pretty with that. Oh yeah, that's gonna look nice. Look at that. All right, and then let's do the same thing we did with the little shell pearl beads. Do one with a bead caps on both sides. And I keep feeling like my light is going dim. Is my light going dim and then bright and then dim and then bright? Or is that just my eyes today? Feels weird. I don't know what's going on. All right, so we're doing the same little pattern that we decided to do. I was so happy to like have somebody who's local to me to get pendants from. There's something so exciting about that, and I'm just really excited about it. So I can't wait to like buy more. Like I want to buy a bunch more. And then I'm like, Jody, slow your roll. You have 5 that you need to make stuff with. So, but she does such a beautiful job with them. They're just so gorgeous. And she's so super nice, you guys. You would absolutely love her. So just reach out to her, and she knows you're coming. So just reach out to her via Facebook, and yeah, she'll show you all of her stuff. Just say, hey, Jody sent me. And she'll know exactly what's going on. So she won't be surprised. Okay, and then once we're done with this one, let's work on the other side. And so we just don't get ourselves messed up here, because I can easily do that some days. All right, so, and you know what's cool about doing something with coreana chain too today is that we can watch how to close off of a coreana chain, which is a lot different than using beading wire. As some of you know who have used it. Others who have not used it, it's a little bit different, but still real simple to do, and you just need a few supplies. Some of which you probably already have, if not all of it. That I do have to say, like for Michigan people, I don't know, like there around me, there is nothing that you can get like really nice gemstone pendants from. Like you can get a few from Michael's, they have a few, but It's usually just like, I've seen a lot of quartz or a lot of howlite, which is fine. I like those too, but I like very different gemstones. So I kind of struggle with that. I usually have to order them. I've ordered them from Beadbox Bargains, of course. I've ordered them from, I have an Etsy dealer that carries some stuff that I've ordered. She's out of Austin, Texas. But to have somebody right here that I can actually see it in person and like, I don't know, and it gets here quick because she just gives it to my husband and then I have it. It's really nice for me. And I think you guys would be so happy with the quality of her work. She just does such an amazing job. Whenever I run out of beads is where I run out of beads. I don't care if I don't bead all the way up to the top of this necklace or not, because it is the coreana chain. I love to see the coreana chain showing. So if anything, I'd probably go ahead and get some, couple extra like crimp beads out to stop the beads in their tracks so they don't, you know, start climbing up or scooting around or whatever. Okay, so we got both sides even right now. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, I love that gray, with that grayish blue with this blue. It looks so pretty. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be just gorgeous. I'm so excited. So excited. And now I gotta decide, am I keeping this one for myself or am I giving this one to a friend who I know would absolutely love this necklace? It would be right up her alley. Sometimes I feel like I can be jewelry greedy and I like to keep all my stuff. Oh my goodness. So, I wanted to tell you guys because I'm going to be doing a necklace kit. So I reached out to the Etsy person I ordered a bunch of really special things from. I'm like, hey, my package hasn't moved in days. Can you look into it? And they came back to me and said, oh my gosh, they are sending it back here. They said something about the address was insufficient or something. And I'm like, oh. They're like, do you want me to refund you or do you want the product? I said, I am in desperate need of that product. I'm like, please just resend it. And I sent my address again and they're like, okay, we'll send it out right away. I'm like, thank you. And I'm like stressing about it. I've been waiting like a long time for it. And I know it was coming from a long ways away, but not that far. I mean, really. But it's not their fault. I mean, you know, sometimes the postal service or whoever they're shipping with shipping companies can be a pain in the butt sometimes. I work with, you know, deal with shipping issues and stuff at work too. And I know what it's like. Definitely not their fault. They sent it out and I think something probably happened to the label is my thoughts because that's happened to us before and at work and I had to have that fixed. So, but things happen. I'm just like, no, I need that stuff right now. I picked it out special. I really need it. So hopefully soon I'll have it and I can do my necklace kit for you guys. I have everything else I need. I'm just waiting on the little special pieces that I wanted for it. So, yeah. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so pretty. Let's see what we have left here. I need 3 and 3. Okay, so it looks like I'm only gonna do those. Oh no, I have more right here. Forgot I had all these extras. All right, so we're gonna do these probably 2 more times. And then bead cap, pearl, Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Had to pause it for a second. Let's beat on the rest of these guys. So Cheeto's in here with me, and he wanted to get up on my table. He wants to lay up here and show off for you guys, but I won't let him because I'm trying to do this. He's like my little hammy. He's so cute. So we have a family reunion this weekend for my mom's side of the family. So it's basically her mom. So my grandma used to be Fran Davis, so it's the Davis family reunion, and so they do it every 2 years, and this is going to be a tough one because my grandma died 3 years ago, and or almost 3 years ago, and I heard the only sister she has left is my Aunt Peg, and she's the only one of all the children. All of them have passed on before. She has always been so sweet. And I used to go with my mom, and we would go and stay at her house. She lived in Lansing, and we'd go stay at her house for a weekend, and I would just get so spoiled by her. And well, like all of them really. And her daughter Jody was so sweet too. She's passed away, but she had taken me to Kmart. You guys remember Kmart? So she had taken me to Kmart, and at the time I was really little. I was probably like around like, I don't know, like 6 or 7, and I was super into strawberry shortcake. I really loved strawberry shortcake, and I didn't have blueberry muffin, and I really wanted blueberry muffin, and I asked Judy if we could go look at the toys, and she said sure. And so I ran right over to the strawberry shortcake dolls, and I was looking at the blueberry muffin, and I picked her up, and you know how you could smell it through the package? I was smelling her through the package, and I'm like, oh, I loved her so much. And she grabbed it out of my hands, and she's like, come on, let's go check out. I'm buying this for you. And it was the nicest thing that she's ever done. It was so sweet. I remember that so vividly, that she's the one who got me blueberry muffin, and she passed away when I was younger still. Like I was like maybe around 12 or 13 when she passed away, but yeah, I still remember that to this day. And just like she was older than me, of course. She was like an older teenager. I think she was around 19 when I was that little. But I thought she was so cool because she would let me hang out with her and her friend when her friend was over, and they'd listen to records, and it was just like the coolest thing ever. All right, I want to make sure my sides are the same here, and they are. And I'm going to try this on real quick, 'cause I don't think I want to go any further than that. And yep, I think that's good. That's definitely good. So I don't want to go any further than that. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to crimp this down so that way that the beads don't float up. And it looks like I need one more crimp. I'll grab one more. There we go. Plus I only have 4 of these left anyway, so it wouldn't make any sense to do anything with that. So, and those are my last 2 of those bead caps. Look at that. Blowing through some stash, you guys. Just blowing through some stash. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to clip off this one end because I will definitely spill these everywhere, and then I'll be really sad. And we're just going to let gravity kind of just bring it down a little bit. And I'm going to put on my 1 crimp tube, and we're just going to let it drop all the way down to that bead cap, okay? Then I'm going to come in with my chain nose pliers, and we're just going to smash it down. We're not using our crimping pliers, just our chain nose pliers, and just flatten it so that this doesn't move. I just moved it somehow. but that didn't move. Probably because I scooted it. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so there's the one side, and now let's do the same with the other. Just making sure it's down. Let's pick it up so gravity can do what gravity does. And just lay it down gently to not move it around a lot. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. And Woody's outside barking at somebody. I have my one window open because the cats were laying in the window. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just going to take our pliers and just squish it flat. And just make sure it's squished. Give it a good squish. And that's gonna keep the beads in place. All right, so now this is different than using wire, the way you close it off, the way you end it. So let me put it this way. And we're going to, I wanna cut off probably about this much of my chain. All right, and that way it's going to hang on the right spot. So I'm cutting off about 1 inch on both sides. So what I'm going to do is put on our clam shell. Now they make these in a couple different styles. So let's see if I can get this to, if you can see on this one, it has a closed ring at the top, okay? Some of them have a ring that you have to close. Those aren't, to me, as stable to go on your jewelry as the ones that are already closed. So make sure if you're finding these, you get them that are already closed. And then we're gonna put that on our coreana chain. And just, oops, not drop a coreana chain. Don't do it, Cheeto. I see you, I see what you're doing. And we're just gonna drop it down a little bit, okay? Just let it fall. And then we're gonna put on our crimp tube. And I want to cut off about 1 inch, I said. So we're gonna drop it down about that far. And we're gonna do the same thing with this. We're gonna take our pliers and we're going to smash it. You don't wanna use your crimping pliers on this coreana chain because it could cut the coreana chain, and you don't wanna do that. You wanna use something flat. And then let's give it a tug to make sure it's not gonna go anywhere, and it's not going anywhere at all. Now bring your clamshell connector up and over top of that crimp tube and just have it laying flat inside, and just close it with your fingers just so you can guide it. Oh, I forgot to trim off my wire. Sorry guys, kind of getting a little ahead of myself. You're gonna wanna trim off the wire that you don't need. Oh, it's gonna be sticking out the top. It's gonna look weird. But leave yourself just a tiny little bit. I don't know if you can see, but there's a tiny little bit, like I could fit my thumbnail in there. And just leave that part on. Then you pull it all the way up and then close it gently with your fingers. And then you can give it a good squeeze, but not too hard. These are very malleable and you will dent it or make it slide, and then you'll have to like pull it off and start over. So just give it a good little squeeze and it closes all the way. All right, let's do the same thing with this side. We'll just walk through that step again. To me, I feel like coreana chain is the easiest thing to close off. Like, I don't know why I don't use it more. I have gobs of it. Like, I don't know why I'm not using it more. Maybe I'll use that in my kit. And then that way you guys all have coreana chain that you can use. If you don't use it, then you can practice with it. All right, I'm gonna squeeze that, get that nice and flat. Tug on it before we go any further. Trim it off a little bit, except for maybe a thumbnail space. And then pull it straight up. And then we can go ahead and close it up. Just like that. Okay, so now that's closed. Now I want to use this toggle and get my pliers out here so we can open up our jump ring, and we're just going to put our toggle on like we would any other chain. Okay, just just like so. There's so many fuzzies on here, and I think it's from the cats. I'm so sorry, you guys. If you can see all those little fuzzes, I'm sorry. All right. There we go. And then here is our beautiful necklace with our amazing Blue Lace Agate pendant. I love the blue and the gray and the white together. I think it looks so cute. It's so pretty. It's very fresh and springy, and I think it looks pretty. All right, you guys, I am going to turn you around. We're going to try it on, and just check the show notes for all the information that you're going to need on how to get a hold of Lori. And I'll also put I'll also link Karen Gillespie's Facebook page for the findings, because I do get a lot of my findings from her. So some of you are familiar with her, I know, because she sent me a message the one time, and she's like, thanks for sending people my way. So anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, here it is. I think it looked so pretty. It would look really cute with a little V-neck, or even if you had like a crew neck shirt on and it was laying over top of it, it would look really pretty with that. The gray just kind of pops out in between the white there, and this blue, oh my gosh, this blue lace pendant is just beautiful. And it's like the perfect size for like a more petite look. Very pretty, but I'm so excited to be able to start making more pendant pieces. So everybody show Lori some love. Welcome her aboard to this community, because I think she can do a big service for all of us. Please check her out, and remember, her Facebook information will be in there. Just tell her that Jody sent you, and she will take good care of you. All right, everybody, lots of love to you all. Have a fabulous night. This is my last video for the night. I've done 2 because I was lazy yesterday and I didn't do any. So I'm sending you all my love and all my blessings. And for those of you who are out there and might be struggling today, I'm sending you all my prayers. All right. I hope you all are doing well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.